Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. How
I'm tired this morning. To steal a line off of Andy Griffith, I'm just beating the socks. But I had a really busy week, and I kept trying to think of what am I going to preach on? What am I going to preach on? What am I going to preach on? Trying to think. So then I had to just get out of the way and just kind of, I would look at something and I would think, no, I'll look at something else. And I kept coming back to something simple. Basically, the three basic things that we need in our Christian life. The three basic things that we should focus on. And if we stayed focused on that, we wouldn't need revivals, because we wouldn't need revival. If we stayed focused on these three basic things. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 13 tells us, so now faith, hope, and love abide. These three, but the greatest of these is love. Faith, hope, and love are the three basic needs that we have in our relationship with each other and with God. If you would, let's bow our heads for just a minute before we get started. I'm going to ask the Lord for some help, and then we'll get took off here. Dear Heavenly Father, as we come to you this morning, Lord, we're thankful for the opportunity that you give me here this morning to speak. Lord. I just ask that you let us speak your words, Father. I hope that everything that's said and done here today is pleasing to you. Father, we hope that if there's anyone here that doesn't know you, Father, they won't leave you that way. We love you and we pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. Like I said, faith, hope, and love. Sounds pretty simple. If you didn't have these three things, then everything that we did would just be for nothing. And they're all kind of separate things, but they all tie together. You see, faith, we'll look at that first. Faith is really, it's the cornerstone of our Christian life. If you don't have faith, you don't have nothing. Because you're just going through the motions. If you don't believe, I'm no Webster that wrote the dictionary, but this is just a general definition of faith. It's you believe in what you're doing. You believe in something. That's faith. If you don't believe in what you're doing, you're just going through a bunch of motions to make yourself feel better or make somebody else think that you're something that you're not. Faith is the cornerstone of everything we do. We come to church every Sunday morning because we have faith in God, and we believe that Jesus is who He said He was, and He's coming back someday. We have faith in all that. If you look at all the miracles that Jesus performed in the Bible, He performed them all because somebody had some faith. There's just a very few that don't really include faith. If you turn to Matthew chapter 9, it goes through a bunch of miracles real fast. He heals the woman with the issue of blood in that. And He tells her, He says, in verse 22, it says, but Jesus turning and seeing her said, daughter, take courage, your faith has made you well. Faith. Because she had faith that Jesus had the power to heal her. Now, if you don't know that story, here's the short version of it. There was a woman. She had some sort of problem. She had a hemorrhage. She was bleeding. Done it for years and years and years. Nobody could heal her from it. There was no cure that any doctor or anybody could find. Jesus was coming through town, and she thought to herself, I've heard of this Jesus guy, and I heard about him healing all these people. If I can just get close enough to him to touch his robe, I think that will heal me. Because he's so powerful that if I can just touch his clothes, then that'll heal me. She had that much faith in this guy that she never met. She just heard about. No, never seen him before. So she fights her way through the crowd. She gets up close enough. She reaches out. She touches his robe. And the Bible tells us that he felt power leave his body. And then he turns and he says that, daughter, your faith has healed you. And that's something. Faith is that powerful. She had that much faith that she knew if she just got close enough to him just to touch his clothes, that's faith. That's the kind of faith that we have to have. If you want to survive in this world, and you want to make it to heaven someday, you have to have the faith that this woman had. Because if you don't, there's all kinds of things out there that are waiting to tear you down and break you apart. Because, and it may be people, it may be things, it may be material things, it may be people may do that to you and not do it to you intentionally. But you have to have faith, because if you don't have faith, you don't have anything. That's the cornerstone of everything, faith. When it goes on in chapter 9, it says, when Jesus came into the official's house and saw the flute players and the crowd, this official had come up to him and said his daughter had died, and wanted Jesus to come and bring her back to life. So Jesus goes, he goes in there, and it says, when Jesus came to the official's house and saw the flute players and the crowd in noisy disorder, he said, leave, for the girl has not died, but is asleep. And they began laughing at him. But when the crowd was sent out, he entered and took her by the hand, and the girl got up. Jesus come and he rose that girl from the dead, because the official came to him and had enough faith to this guy that I've never met, that I've never seen. This guy has enough power to bring my little girl back to life. So I'm going to go get him and bring him here. And what did Jesus do? He went in there, people laughing at him and making fun of him. He went in there and he brought the girl back to life because of the faith that it took to bring him there. See how powerful faith is? The Bible tells you the faith the size of a mustard seed can move a mountain. That's tiny. Mustard seed's tiny. Can move a mountain. Faith is important. If you don't have faith, you don't have anything. The next basic thing is hope. I'm sure everybody here has been in a situation that seems hopeless. It could be some sort of medical issue. It could be some sort of just everything in your whole life is just beating you down and you can't stand no more. This is going on, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on. And there's no hope to be found. You're wrong. If you ever say that there's just no hope, you're wrong. There's always hope in Jesus. That's another place where faith comes in. You have to have faith that Jesus can do what he says he can do, and you always have hope. Second Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7 says, "For we all walk by faith, not sight." If you're not walking by faith, you don't have any hope. Because things are going to take all the hope away from you. I'm going to tell you a little story. And it sounds pretty hopeless, but it did. There was this guy that I know, and he was having some problems. And there went about a spell there, he was having a bad time, kind of sick, for about 6 or 8 months. And God provided a way for this guy and his family the whole time that this was going on. God provided a way. Every time things seemed so hopeless that there wasn't nothing, God provided a way. We got down to where things looked really, really hopeless. And this guy, the whole time, this guy had been told that you'll never be able to do anything again. You'll never be able to do nothing. This guy was just waiting around to, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. With me, I don't know what's going to happen with my family. I just don't know. And all of a sudden, just out of the clear blue, they send this guy to the hospital to have some tests run. And he goes to the hospital, he has some tests run, and he has a doctor's appointment the next week after the test to get the test checked out. And when he goes to the doctor pulls up on the screen, and he says, nothing. It just looks like this. And he looks at the guy. He looks back at the screen. He looks back at the guy. And he says, I can't believe this. He said, I've never seen this much of a change in this short amount of time ever. This don't happen. This much of a change in somebody doesn't ever happen. But to do it in this short amount of time, it's unbelievable. I can't explain it, I don't know. But he told the guy says, can I go back to work? The doctor says, hey, you can try whatever you want to try. And so that guy, he goes back to work the next day. He took the last $100 bill that he had to his name, that guy did, and put gas in his truck that morning and went to work. All hope wasn't gone. There's always hope with Jesus. There's always hope with Jesus. I think about the other night, one of the things that kind of got me on this, and this might sound silly, I ain't been able to sleep. I had about 4 good days there that my back and my hip didn't hurt one bit. And so I got stupid. And I went out and I cut the grass and I weed-eated, and I worked on the bathtub, I worked on the sink, and in the last 2 days I can't hardly get around. But I love the night, I was laying there in pain, flipping through the channels, and Rocky II was on there, on the TV. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And you talk about hopeless. They end there, and Apollo Creed is just thumping his door. I mean, just thumping on him. And his eyes are swelled shut, and he's just hopeless. There's no hope for him. From the get-go, when you see the 2 men in the ring, Apollo looks far superior to Rocky. I mean, the guy's chiseled, he's lightning quick. I mean, he's far superior to Rocky. But as the match goes on, Rocky starts to come on a little bit. By the end, they're both just standing in there, just trading punches. And they both fall down. And it looks hopeless again. It looks just like the way that Rocky 1 ended, hopeless. And Apollo starts to climb up the ropes. Rocky starts to climb up the ropes. And Rocky's barely hanging on. Apollo's almost to the top, and he falls back down, and Rocky gets up and he wins. Hope is never gone. Don't ever lose hope, because there's always hope with Jesus. Look at Titus in the 2nd chapter, the 12th and the 13th verse. Tell us. That's the wrong thing. That's not on the lid. Sorry about that. Scratch that. Throughout the Bible, we have several examples of people putting faith into action and having hope. The Israelites wandering around in the wilderness. Now, did they stumble some? Yeah, they stumbled some. But they had faith in God, that God was leading them, and they had the hope of the promised land. We have hope too of the promised land. Our hope is in Jesus is going to return, and we're going to go to heaven. That's our hope. We can rest everything we've got in the hope that Jesus will return someday, and we get to go to a place where there's no more bad stuff. I would think that everything's so bright and shiny there that you wouldn't even have to worry about stubbing your toe in the dark, because it's not going to be dark. Anything that you can think of that's bad is not going to be there. And that's where your hope should lie. As bad as things get here, and maybe they can get bad, they can get awful. You can feel like you can't even breathe, because things are just piling up and piling up and piling up. But you have to have hope. Don't lose hope, because you always have hope with Jesus. I have looked through this book from cover to cover, time and time and time again, and I have not found one time in that book that Jesus ever let anybody down. Ever. So you always have hope with Jesus. But then that ties in with your faith. You have to have faith before you can have hope. Because if you don't have the faith, you're not going to know about the hope. The next is love. And this ain't a mushy-gushy type of love. This is the love that you want the very best for somebody. You don't want something bad to happen to somebody. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 8 says, "Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. Love means that you care for someone and you don't want to see anything bad happen to that person. That's what this kind of love is. People, we've got to have that type of love for one another. If we don't, speaking to us, it's right in here. If we don't love each other, how can we expect to show people out there a reason to come in here? And I don't mean be a real cheesy, smiley, oh, I love you so much, oh, you're so great. But honestly, love each other, care for each other. You see somebody down, you go up to them and you pick them up and dust them off and tell them, I love you. What can I do to help? If you know you did something to somebody, go and tell them, I'm sorry, I love you. I'm sorry for I didn't mean to. Love one another. Show each other in here that you care. It's kind of catching. If a couple people do it, then a couple people more will do it. Then it starts feeling so good that everybody's going to do it because it feels good. It feels good to love people. It feels good. You're happy. You don't have, if you have anger built up inside of you or resentment for somebody built up inside of you, you know who that's hurting? You! That other person, it's not hurting them one bit because half the time they don't even know. But if you've got all that built up inside of you, it's killing you. You got to lay it down. Love them. That don't mean you have to go up and give them a big smooch. Love them. Want the best for them. Move on and get past it. Because the only person you're hurting is yourself. We got to be able to show each other in here that we love each other. So that when we go out there, people, they may even say, look at that bunch of goofballs. Look how they act. They act nutty. Look how they act with each other, like they like each other. And to the world, that does look nutty. Because the devil has got control of the world. And he don't like nobody. And he don't want you to like nobody. And he don't want you to love nobody. Because he don't love nobody. But it gets their attention. When you're doing, the Bible tells us that we're supposed to be peculiar. So when you go out and people are looking at you and they're saying, there's something different about you. And you're doing what you're supposed to do. They'll take notice that these people, or if you go out in the community and do something to help out with something, or I said this last week in the announcements or something, in a 2-mile area here, square area here in Westwood, there's 17 million churches. And they had the homecoming parade. And we were the only church in the homecoming parade. Now, every church in Westwood, the whole 17 million of them, got an invite. Because they sent a letter to everybody. Anybody that had anything to do with anything in Westwood, they sent you a letter. If you'd like to be in the homecoming parade, because they want it to be a big old thing again like it was a few years back. If you want me in, you email this back or mail it back or whatever. So we did, we rented. And we had a van full of people, we had a pickup truck bed full of kids, and then a trailer full of kids. But we were the only church. And I'm sure there were people, as we was going out through there, thinking, some of them were thinking, why is the church in this parade? Because there was no other churches in this parade. But that got them thinking about us. And I'm sure some of them were thinking, well, that's pretty sad that there's 17 million churches in Westwood and only one of them was in this parade. But that shows a difference. A difference. You're different than the rest of the world. And that's where you're supposed to be. And if people question why you do things, then you're doing the right things. If they see you doing whatever you do and they don't ever think twice about what you're doing, you might want to check yourself. Because if they don't see anything different with the way that you're acting than the way that everybody else is acting, you might want to figure something else out. But love. Now, Galatians, chapter 5, verse 14, says, for the whole law is fulfilled in one word. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Now, that's hard to do sometimes. Who's your neighbor? Everybody. Everybody's your neighbor. Man, alive, it's hard to... I'm sure I'm hard to love sometimes. I'm sure I'm awful sometimes. Sometimes I ain't too bad, I'm not the best, but I'm sure that there's times that I'm really hard to take. But we have to love each other, even during the times that we're being real hard to take. Because that's what the Bible tells us to do. Love your neighbor. It's pretty simple. Have you ever felt like, now you don't have to answer this out loud, but have you ever felt just like alone and that you don't have nobody? Just alone, beat down, I don't have nobody. Wouldn't it be nice when you feel like that to have somebody come up to you, put their arm around you, and say, you know what, I love you, and then just walk off? Wouldn't it feel good? That's what we should be doing. We should be loving each other. Are we all the time going to get along? Are we not going to have little problems here and there? Yeah, we're human, man. But we still love each other. Everybody here is a family. We're a family. We're the family of God. Everybody. We're all one big happy family. We should be a big happy family. We should love each other, man. It tells us. The Bible tells us that's the most important. The first thing that we read in 1 Corinthians, verse 13, chapter 13, it says, so now faith, hope, and love abide. These three, but the greatest of these is love. The greatest is love. The best example of love you find in John 3:16. It says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. You can't match that. But what can we do? What can we do? Well, you sacrifice yourself in the way that you give yourself to God, where you do what God has planned for you. What that is, I don't know. It may be singing, it may be teaching, it may be, but you do. It may be door greeting, it may be whatever you can do but you give of yourself. And you give of yourself to others by loving them, showing them kindness, helping them. It doesn't have to be helping people that's less fortunate. It's good too, but if you don't have the funds to help people that's less fortunate, you can help other ways. You can do something as kind as helping an old lady put her groceries in the car at Walmart. You see her struggling, hold the door open for somebody. A lot of things, just common being kind, has been pushed under the rug. And we don't do that kind of thing anymore. We're too busy. I'm going to tell you a story about love. I was at the hospital the other day. I was meeting a engineer. And standing there in the breezeway, me and Jan's dad. And there's this old lady, and she got out of her car and she had a walker. And she come around her car and she got on her little scooter chair thing. And she was trying to operate the scooter chair thing and lower it down to the ground. And then she was trying to get off of a little ramp and she didn't have it all the way. And she flipped the scooter chair over, fell out of it, and the seat fell off. And those dudes in the valet parking, they were just walking around like nothing happened. So we went out there, and some old guy that didn't even know the old woman helped us put the cover around thing back together, put her back in the seat, and those people, everybody else in the whole place that come through there, and if you've ever been there in that circle there by Wendy's, that's a busy place. There's people walking through there, everybody else just walked right on past. And there was lots of people walked right on past before me and Mike got out there to help her back on the thing. Now, there's a problem with that. That's a big problem in so many ways. First, the dude should have helped her that was going to take the car, but he just waited there on her to do whatever. And he was taking other cars around her and doing everything. But nobody had enough love for another person to help this poor lady off the ground and put the. It took us all of about not even 5 minutes to get her back up and get her on there and make sure she was all right. We helped her get in the building and everything. But everybody else was too busy. You're too busy to help some lady on the ground. And the people was all looking at us like we had some sort of problem by helping this old lady back in her chair and stuff. Now, can you see the difference between the way we're supposed to be and the way that the world is? And it's because of love. We're supposed to show love. There's no love in leaving anybody, older lady, younger lady, young man, older man, anybody laying on the ground like that and not trying to help them. There's no sense in that. We have to show each other love. That's the three basic things in a Christian's life. Now, like I said, if we focus on them and put everything we had into them every day, focusing on our faith in God, and focusing on the hope we had to come, and focused on showing people love, we wouldn't have to have rivals. Because everybody would be fired up all the time, wanting to do more. It's catches and it spreads. If you get a couple, 3 people that's fired up and doing catches, and you'll have some more fired up and doing it more and more and more. Before you know it, everybody in here is fired up, and then we're going out and we're getting other people and bringing them in, and they're getting fired up. And before you know it, we're busting down walls and building onto the building. Those 3 simple things: faith, hope, and love. Darlene's going to come up.